We're back again, and here's Chrissy with Lido. She's going to talk to us a little bit about relaxation techniques and working with the horse in the relationship.
Yeah, so a lot of times with horses we don't really focus on their mental well-being or how they're feeling about the cues that we're given. And so with Lido, we like to focus a lot with relaxation. She's got a lot of extra energy and she's got a lot of drive, but not a lot of draw. And so drive and draw are terms that we use in the Liberty world to describe horses that have a lot of drive, where they really like to go away, they push away very easily. And then there's horses that have a lot of draw, where they really draw towards you very easily. So we just worked with Rio. Rio has a lot of draw. She wants to be really close all the time. Lido is actually the opposite. Lido has a lot of drive. So getting her intrinsically motivated to draw towards me is something that we work on. And a lot of that comes from relaxation. Building relaxation, teaching her I'm a good place to be. So,
And do you think that they are happier in general? I mean, and you can say either way, but do they like to get to the point of being at draw? Do you think that if you have a horse that comes around to the point where they're starting at the distancing and they're coming towards the draw, do they feel happier, do you think, that way? Or
yes, so
Yeah.
a lot of horses with a lot of drive, they tend to have a little bit of anxiety, or they tend to not want to interact with us humans as much on their terms. So, and that's why I like Liberty. I don't have a line on her. So she has the option to leave.
Right.
So getting her to want to interact with us at Liberty is really interesting, because it's changing how she thinks about us. It's changing how she views us.
Right.
So getting her to want to be near us is a huge change for her.
Right.
Getting her to relax with whips around her is a huge change.
And so do you think that over time, she's definitely a horse that tends to be a little bit more distant, but you think that she's been getting better and feeling more comfortable?
Yes, she's been getting much more comfortable, much more relaxed. So she's actually licking and chewing there. When they're licking and chewing, they're starting to relax. So horses, they have their instinctual responses, right? They have fight, flight, freeze. So what happens when they go into one of those responses is their blood actually goes all the way into their legs and everywhere else. They clamp their jaw shut. So when they start to lick and chew in training a lot, it tells us that the blood is starting to return.
Wow.
That they're starting to relax and come down. So whenever a horse goes into that fight, flight, freeze response, it's like us having a panic attack.
Right.
And so it's normal in a lot of training to have horses go into panic attacks.
Right.
And that's just how training has been done forever.
Right.
And so we push them over threshold, and then when they come down, that's when they lick and chew. But if we can do a lot more training without going over that threshold at all, and getting her to stay relaxed the whole time, that's really the goal.
And how do you know you're making progress with them? Is it their expressions, how they move their ears? Is it different things they do that make you know that you're sort of getting their buy-in?
Yes, so you're very correct. It's their expressions, how they connect with us. If she wants to connect with us, if she doesn't want to connect with us, how she responds to me, how she responds when I move somewhere. So if I move over here, see how she immediately draws her face to me?
Yeah.
She wants to be near me?
Yep.
That's huge, especially for her.
It's wonderful.
So, and that tells me she's really starting to come around, and the fact that I can take these whips and I can move them around without her getting too concerned about it. You can see her face there, she got slightly concerned, but much less concerned than she used to be.
Because she understands, or starting to understand that, hey, that those are just tools of communication and a way for you to relate to her and actually to get closer to her over time.
Correct.
Yes.
They are a clearer way of communication.